Hi folks, welcome back to my channel again. So here I'm again back with a brand new video where we will be learning about RGB color system today. Okay, so let's see and understand how RGB color system works, how the colors can be represented using RGB and the opacity value, right? And how that varies. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Before this, I would like to tell you about the previous videos, right? So if you've not watched my previous videos, please go back to my channel Folx Hub. Go to the playlist Applab and you will find all the videos related to Applab which I was doing from the beginning, right? So do watch them in a sequence. And if you're not understanding anything, watch it again and again for better understanding, right? So I will if you're having any doubts, I will be answering all those doubts in the comment section. So if you're having any doubt, you can please comment it in the comment section and let me know. Do let me know what you want to see, what you want to learn. So I will be doing those videos for you, right? So please comment and tell me about your doubts and your concerns also. Okay, so and today we are doing a background color changer app where we will be seeing and understanding about the RGB colors. So let's quickly get started with the video, right? So yeah, like you can see, I already have a blank project, CodeStudio Applab project, right? So I just need three sliders today and nothing much. If you want, you can also use labels. That's absolutely again up to you if you want to use them or no, right? So I'm just adjusting these sliders a little bit, and yeah, let's just get the labels also. I'll just write this as red, and I want the text color also to be red so that it looks pleasant, as this is gonna be the red shade value. Okay, so that's why I want it to be red, and I will be duplicating this. So let's change this to green, as G in RGB represents green, R in RGB represents red, and G in RGB represents green. So yeah, and last one, B in RGB represents blue. So let's quickly write blue here, and let's change the text color to blue. So let this be green. Yes, you can adjust this a little bit. Yeah. Okay. And on the sliders values have to be changed. Let me tell you about the range of values for the colors in RGB, right? So RGB represents red, green, and blue. This is the first thing. And the values for each shade are 256. Okay. So there are 256 shades of red, there are 256 shades of green, and there are 256 shades of blue. Okay, that means each color has 256 shades individually. Okay, not only this, the value ranges from 0 to 255. So red has values from 0 to 255, not more than 255. That means 256, there's no shade color existing like 256. Okay, so as it is starting from 0 to 255, the total number of color shades became 256. Okay. So and green also has 256 shades, but the values are ranging from 0 to 255. Okay. And blue also has the same thing, 0 to 255. Okay. So that's why on our sliders, we should mention the minimum value as 0 and maximum value as 255, and this has to be the same for all sliders because all red, green, and blue have same number of shades with same number of ranges, right? So that's why, I'm just writing the same for all sliders. For red slider, it's 0 to 255. For green slider, it's 0 to 255. And for blue slider also, it is 0 to 255. Okay. So this is all about the design for today, right? So let's just go to code and let's start coding. Before that, let me tell you about this background color changer. How am I really using this one, right? So why are we creating this? For you to understand, when you mix red shade and the green shade, what happens, you have to understand, right? So we'll be understanding it from this. Okay, so when you're mixing green and blue shade, what happens? So what is the color which you can see as the output, right? So, and what if you are mixing blue and red? So, when you mix colors, when you are mixing all three shades at a time, or when you are mixing two shades at a time, when you are moving third shade only, right? So, when you are actually changing the shades and colors, so what happens? You will be understanding with this app, right? So, the mix up of the shades and what does that output? Okay, so that is all we are seeing today, right? So let's code for all these three sliders and then let's understand when you mix these colors, what happens. Okay. So these are the basic primary colors, red, green, and blue, right? When you're mixing red and green, you will get some output. When you're mixing green and blue, you will get some output. Okay. So let's just first start off with the red slider. If you want, you can give the IDs also for these. I'm not just writing that. I'm using slider 1 as the ID. So I'll just click on slider 1. On event slider 1, click slider 1. My slider 1 is here the red slider. That means which represents the red shade values only. Okay. So this first slider is only and only for red shade values. All right. So now what should we do? We have to change the screen's background color, isn't it? So that means you're setting the property now. So I'm just taking set property block. So set property on screen one. So instead of with, you're changing background color, and you're not directly changing the background color to red, but instead you have to get the number from the slider one, right? So let's just take this get number block. So get number from slider 1. Sorry. So it's slider 1. Okay. So this is going to be the same for green slider and blue slider too. The IDs will change, but everything will remain same. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just dragging this to select it. So Control C to copy, Control V to paste it. Okay. So my second slider is green slider and my third slider is blue slider. So let's just change this. So this is slider 2. Okay, this is not click. This is input, right? So in the last video, we have seen what input event means, what click event means, and what change event means, right? So if you have not watched my previous videos, please do go back to my Folks Hub channel Applab playlist to check out what exactly these events mean. Okay, so and get number from slider 2. And last one will be, this is slider 3. So we're not clicking on the slider. Instead, we are giving the input of the slider and getting the number from slider 3, right? So that means this works for only the red shade values. This works for only green shade values. This works for blue shade values only. Okay. So this is all about the code. So let's quickly run this and understand what is happening. So I will be mixing all three colors for you. Let's see and understand what happens. Okay. So I'm just giving maximum of red, maximum of green. I'm so sorry. Just a second. So it's not directly the get number from slider one thing. So we have to use RGB, right? Because we are setting the color and colors are set using RGB. I'm so sorry about this. So let's just put this back over here. Let's get RGB. Now you have to just get this RGB. So red shade value will be coming from slider 1. Then green shade value will come from slider 2. So get number from slider 2. And blue shade value will come from slider 3. So I'm just using slider 3. And yes, so if you want like neutral colors, right, like not very dark or not very light, then you have to write this value. This fourth value is opacity value. So if you are giving 0. 0.5, that means you're giving half of the transparency thing, right? So 50% transparent colors will be given. If you're writing 1, no transparency, absolutely zero transparency, that means opaque colors. If you're writing 0, that means completely transparent, 100% transparent. You'll not see any color instead of white, right? So I'm just putting this to be 0. 0.5, right? I'll let it be the same value. And you have to use the same thing for the other sliders also, right? So I will just quickly do this. I'll just remove these two. I'll copy this one. So let's drag this here and let's drag it here. Okay, so this is all. We've set the colors now, and let's again run this. And I'm so sorry about the previous mistake. So you can see, if you're having 0 green and 0 blue, this is the red shade value, right? So you can see that it is not very dark because the opacity is 50%, right? So that means it is 50% transparent now. So if you want to see real colors, let's just give the opacity value as 1 in all of these. So let this be 1 so that you can see the original form of colors. 1. So I'm just again running this. So let's put green 0, blue 0, and red. So this is red, absolute red shade value, right? And if you're not mixing any colors, that means all the shades are 0, 0, and 0. That means red is 0, green is 0, and blue is 0. You can see it is giving black color. When red and blue are zeros and green is 255, this is the absolute green color. Okay. And if red and green are zeros and blue is 255, this is absolute blue color, right? So, and now let's suppose I am mixing green and blue together, then you are getting cyan color. Okay. So, and then if I am mixing red and blue, you're getting magenta. Okay. And if you're mixing red and green, red, green, and blue, then you will get white color. Okay. This means that all are 255s now. Okay. And if you're mixing red and green, you will get yellow color. So this is how it is, right? The mix up and the colors. So let me just put this to somewhere around like this, right? So if you're mixing up something like this, then you're getting this kind of a green shade, right? If I'm decreasing, you can see the green shade is becoming darker a little bit. Again, that is based on the color mixing, right? So here there's more of a red shade and less of a green shade. So you can see this kind of a color here. Okay. And so if I'm mixing blue also, you can see now red, green, and blue all are having some parts of them. So you can see this kind of a color here, right? So if I'm completely removing green, you can see a purple kind of thing, right? So this is how the color mix up and all these things will happen, right? So when you're giving some shade value over there, and if you are mixing that part of the color to another color, then you will be getting other shades, right? So likewise, we have totally 256 shades, right? So for each individual color, you have 256 shades, and the range is from 0 to 255. Okay, I hope you understood how the RGB color system works, what is the opacity value, how this changes, right? So this is the opacity value, and it changes from 0 to 1. You can also call this as alpha value, or you can also call it as transparency value. Okay, it varies from 0 to 1, 0 being the 100% transparent, 1 being 0% transparent. Okay, and so inside RGB, the first shade is red shade value, second one is green shade value, third one is blue shade value. Okay, so this is all for today, guys. I hope you understood this. So I will just rename this and I will share this project link in the description. So do go back to the description box to just remix this project straight away. Or if you want to create a new project, I have a new project link given in the description box again. So do check out that, remix the project, and then you will get to understand how you can do these things, right? So I will name this as RGB colors, right? Save. Okay, this is how it is. And yes, so go to the description to get these links. All my project links are given in the description boxes in the respective videos, right? So do check out all the videos in my Applab playlist, right? So watch them again and again. If you're not understanding something, slow it a bit and watch it again, right? So you can fast pace it to watch it, right? Or you can slow it and watch it carefully, understand this carefully, pause, play, so that you can actually understand what is happening in the video, right? So if you're not able to follow this, so do slow this a little bit, right? And you can follow each instruction, whatever I'm doing, you can follow this. You can improvise these apps by adding your own creativity too. Okay, so yes, bye bye guys, let's meet in the next video. Okay, do like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel Folx Hub. Bye bye guys, have a great day.